Hey there, everybody. How's it going out in Facebook land? I am going to be talking a little bit about self-made, and this is kind of a pet peeve of mine. So I'm doing this to try a little something new. Have you stepped out of your comfort zone yet today? Go ahead and put in the comments if you have or haven't. So since like last Monday, I've been trying to do something new. Every day I am challenging myself to really get out of my comfort zone and to do something that I wouldn't normally do. And this is really it, because I'm going to be talking about a pet peeve of mine, and that is the idea of self-made. Okay? So if you are watching the live version of this, go ahead and make sure when you hop on, you are giving me a thumbs up or some kind of indication that you're here. I'd love to be able to connect with you, especially in the comments. If you're watching the replay, go ahead and put in there team replay if that's what you are joining up for. I'm going to be sharing this into my Facebook community, and so okay, well, I guess maybe I'm not going to share it until later because this is just not cooperating. So, why is self-made a myth? And by the way, I think there's a lot of things you can do by yourself. I've done a tremendous amount of things by myself, but self-made really is a myth, and community does contribute to your personal brand. So if you're just hopping on, I'm Julie of Julie & Consulting, and I am a marketing connecting strategist. I work with women around the world to develop their personal brands so that they can get marketed and connected to the people that really need their services. And I honestly couldn't have done it without community, okay? And it's not that I'm unoriginal or that I have this fear of being alone or anything like that. I actually love to spend time alone, and I have to carve out a good amount of time every day so that I can be with myself. I love spending time with myself. I've traveled the world by myself. I've traveled with other people. You know, there's so many benefits to both sides of the coin. But let's not beat around the bush, because together, honestly, is better for so many reasons. It gives us this potential to thrive. And why is that? Go ahead and put in the comments if you know, okay? Because I'm thinking of a one word, like, bam, this is why you need it, especially if you have a personal brand. Go ahead and put in the comments what I am thinking of. It's one word, and I'll give you a hint. It starts with the letter V. All right, so maybe you saw my live from yesterday, and you know that I'm kind of on a soapbox right now about value-driven marketing, and you are correct. It is value. Value is what you get when you put your head together with somebody else or you work in community, okay? And I want to talk about this because community is super important. Hey there, how you doing? Go ahead and put in the comments who you are so I can say hey. What does community contribute to your personal brand? Now, I've been doing a lot of thinking about this and a lot of thinking about a lot of things recently because I'm this like rebranding, launching a group, doing all these new things in my business, and I know you are too, right? But seriously though, it takes a global village to raise an entrepreneur. Go ahead and give me a like if you are here with me on that concept, because it does. Honestly, in community, you are able to find the right words to describe yourself. Because honestly, why do you need the right words? You need them to tell about what you do, how you can help, to communicate clearly your idea of business, your philosophy, etc. It's all about communication. It's all about getting it out there. But, you know, the right words don't just always pop into our heads right when we need them. And they don't just pop into our heads when we open a dictionary or a book or anything like that. It's in community. It's in this like engaged phase that we have with our communities. So there are right words and there are better words. And the most important thing though is that they're your words. You can find words in conversation, in replying to posts, in reading other posts, because we get inspired, we get clear on our ideas, right? Communication and community, right? It's all about engagement. And when we have community, it creates this value, not only for who we serve, but for ourselves, right? Because it's clarifying who we are, what we do, how we do it, and it can even inspire us to do it better, right? So if you're with me on this, let me know. Honestly, I don't think there's anything that I could have done without community. I am somebody who loves my alone time. I read, I hang out by myself. I make sure to, like, you know, get my workout in. I travel. I love doing a lot of things alone, right? It's so peaceful. But community really is what has inspired me to become an online entrepreneur. And if I haven't told you my story, like more than a year ago, probably like almost 3 years ago, because it was right when I think I was pregnant and I was going to have a baby, and I was doing a lot of like internet surfing, social media, you know, not like doing my regular activities, but, you know, doing a lot more introspecting. And community really struck me in this new way, because I think that notion of community has changed from like even just when I was a teen or a young adult, like going through college and all of that. And we have this like potential to create community in places that it never even existed before. It's like in our heads almost, because we are able to just pick up our phone or our computer and it's there. But community really inspired me to go into online business. And why? Because the women that I was meeting online were doing crazy, bold things. And maybe it didn't seem crazy or bold to them, but it was crazy and bold to me. And I was like, oh my gosh, you can put yourself out there in that way, and nobody's gonna, like, you know, create a stink or whatever. No, it's just you being you. And in being you, in being that self-made person, though, you know, you're getting validation. You're getting those likes, those loves, those laughs at all the stuff that you're putting out there. And that is awesome. So the feedback that you get from being together with somebody, that is community too. And, you know, honestly, it's given me the courage to step outside my box, to be doing these things that are a little different, to be getting on live, to talk to you about this and why I'm so passionate about creating community. And I know that you are too. Tell me in the comments, what's one thing that community has done for you and your personal brand? So not only is it giving me the courage to really stand up and to like step up with my business and with my dreams, because honestly, like a year ago, I made this like pact with myself. I'm like, I am not playing small anymore. I love what I do. Teaching Spanish is like so awesome in so many ways, and also involves community, right? But teaching Spanish, right, the impact is more of this like ripple effect where it's like depends on if they choose to do something with the Spanish or not. It also is when you're in a university setting and it's for a grade because somebody needs the credits, it's like, oh, it can start to feel icky after a while because you feel like, oh my gosh, grade grubbing, right? Not cool. But when you work in online business, an online entrepreneur has the power to provide resources, to provide connections, to help one person who has a huge purpose-driven business that can make massive impact, also in similar ways, but in very different ways too, like social entrepreneurship. Oh my gosh, blow my mind, right? So community has let me stand out more. It's given me a destination for my journey, and it's honestly been one of the best things that I could have found online, starting up a new business, etc. Because getting into the office, into your business, you're in your head, right? But community helps you get out of your head and back into your heart, because it gives you that reason to talk to somebody else, whether you're imagining that you're talking to your ideal client or your dream client. Hey, what's up? I see somebody popping on. Let me know in the comments who you are and if you are with me about getting out of your head and into your business with community. All right. Hey, Alejandra, how are you doing? So I know Alejandra thinks just like me, where, you know, when you get out of your head and into your business, like, amazing things can happen. That's why I love going live, because I can just speak my mind. I can tell you what I'm thinking. We can toss those ideas around and we can engage with one another. We can create new things, literally. And maybe you disagree, but I think a lot of us do agree 100%, like Alejandra is saying, that as coaches, consultants, therapists, etc., like, we wouldn't be who we are without our clients or the people that we serve, right? So the value that you're providing, yeah, you're providing value to your ideal client, your dream client, but the value comes back full circle. Like, there's no amount of investment that I could have made to get the same kind of impact on myself other than working with the people that I work with. And that's why they're so awesome. And that's why I started the Worldly Women Entrepreneur Community. And if you haven't joined yet and you are a Worldly Women and you are an entrepreneur and you value community and you have a purpose-driven personal brand, definitely hop into the group, say, hey, what's up? Apply to join. We'd love to have you, because this is a place where it's community over competition. It is learning to provide that value for your ideal client so that you can receive it back, not only in the form of like income, but in so many other ways, right? Because income is just one of the many benefits to the value that you get out of working in community. So if you're wondering what it takes to start a group, what it takes to participate in a group, we're going to be talking about that too. We're really in the initial phases of getting this group started up for my personal brand, and I'm so open to it growing and flourishing in so many different ways. But you know, community is, for me, key when you want to provide value. And you don't have to just start a community, you know, to be able to receive or to benefit from this value. Honestly, like, you could participate in another community. You could read posts, you can comment on posts, you could engage in the thoughts of the thought leader in that group. There's so many different ways that you can provide community and get community back. And this is why self-made truly is a myth, because information is all around us. And right now, when information is at your fingertips via the internet all day long, there's no freaking way that you are not being inspired or at least influenced in some small way by the information that you are consuming. So engagement is not only a conversation, it's not a back and forth. You can engage with materials that you're reading. You can engage with, like I said, actual people. You can engage in actual groups that are thinking similar or different things from you, and it will inspire you, influence you, inform what it is that you do and how you do it better as a personal brand. Okay, so that's why self-made is a myth, and what you can do to bring that value to your community is up to you. But you know, whether that's, you know, a conversation with your biz bestie, whether that's engaging your coach, whether that's just talking to your friends, family, and people you have around you about the things that you came into contact with, none of it's self-made. Okay, let's just not beat around the bush anymore and go ahead and hop on into my community if you are a Worldly Woman entrepreneur and you're loving this conversation, because honestly, there's going to be a lot more of it, and we're going to figure out how we can find the right words to describe our business without them being the right words. We're going to talk about so many other things, about value, how we can provide that to our community, and how we can take ourselves and our businesses to that next level. So if you're on board, let me know in the comments and go ahead and sign up for the group. I'm so excited to be starting this community. You can't even believe how excited I am. And at the same time, it's got me like, whew, that's a big step, right? So I feel like I'm climbing a mountain, but I'm glad you're all with me because community counts. Camera, thumbs up. All right, I'll see you guys later. Ciao, ciao for now.